Does this one really works on very pale skin? Let's check out the tones. So the biggest concern for me is it's a beautiful, very light, neon almost like corally shade. But yeah, usually, in my opinion at least, it can look a little bit too warm toned on a lot of very light skin complexions, but it has enough of pinkiness. So I think that with the palest of the palest, this can actually work. For me, this is probably too orangey. But the other shades so far look quite nice. So inside you get 6 different shades, 2 finishing powders, a bronzer, highlighter, and 2 different blushes. Okay, so let's try all of these on the skin, on my super pale skin. All right, so let's start with the bronzer. So you know that if you're super pale, the bronzers are the hardest to find. This one actually looks quite nice. Also, I almost forgot to mention that they are famous for the finish of their powders, which are this lovely, I would say like a satin finish. So it's not completely matte and you don't get that super matte, flat looking face, which if you have dry skin, you really appreciate. And you can see now that the bronzer actually looks like really nice. The shade looks almost like it has a pink undertone to it. So let's apply it. Yeah, so this is very interesting. This is working almost as a blush as well because it has that pink undertone. So this may not be for everyone, but I would definitely say that it's not orangey. So if you're afraid to your bronzer looking very warm toned, this is not gonna do that. I mean, the bronzer should warm up your skin, and this one does that, but it's not that awful orangey shade. And can you see that my skin still has that reflection to it, so it's not matte completely? And I just hate matte finishes because my skin looks absolutely dead. I would say this is definitely a bronzer for a light skin tone, but if you hate this kind of a more pinky undertone bronzer, this is not gonna be for you. But it's very hard to really find the best shade because usually if the bronzer is not too warm toned, then it's a very cool toned, which it means that it's basically a contour. So this still warms up your, without getting too much orangey or too much looking like a contour and shadowy. So yeah, I would say this is actually quite a good shade. So you can clearly see like the high quality of the powder, that it's buildable, but it's very easy to blend out and it's sheer. That's a good thing. On the social media, there is always with the bronzers and blushes, they are just overhyping the very pigmented products for the face, which is actually a bad idea. And if you look at the high-end brands like Dior, Hourglass, they all have the very sheer products that are buildable. So that means that you can control how much you're gonna get on your face and it's never gonna look patchy. And it's gonna last longer because of it. So the bronzer is approved by me and by my skin tone. Their highlighters are always very subtle. They're not super shimmery, super glittery. They're timeless. They're just filtering the light basically. So let's see. Yeah, very sheer and subtle, but it's actually just gorgeous. Can you see that? That just created the most flattering, not overly done highlighting effect on my face. That's just gorgeous. Now let's try the blush. I'm not sure if I want to even try the orangey one because yeah, it's gonna be too orangey for me. I think that I can get away with it in the summertime, but I don't think right now, so I'm gonna go for the pink one. And I really like that it's very cool toned. Of course, you can also mix it together, so you can get the, you know, somewhere in between the very orangey, very warm toned shade and the very cool toned pink shade. But let's try the pink one. Wow. Ooh. Is this my favorite blush from now on? Can you see this shade? It's just perfect for my skin tone. This is so easy to blend it in. I hope you saw that. It was the easiest. So again, that goes for their very finely milled powders that are not matte, that they are sheer enough and that are buildable. And you can clearly see with this try on that all of that is true, and this is why these powders are so popular and timeless, basically. That doesn't feel like an outdated product to me. It still feels the most modern powder formula that I have ever tried, but timeless at the same time. Also, my skin feels blurred, but it's not matte. And that's the magic of it, because usually to get that blurred skin look, you need a super matte product like a powder to do that. Now let's finish this with the two powders. So as I said, the first one is Dream Light and the second one is Aura Light. So I'm just gonna mix the two basically for this first try on. I would say that the first one it's more yellow toned, and the second one it has a little bit more of a pink undertone. So I'm just mixing the two. And I'm just gonna go, usually I have such a dry skin, I never go with powders all over my face, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do that and also see if that's maybe option from now on to do that, because usually I get too much flat looking skin, it feels too dry and too heavy on my face. So let's see, let's just go over everything. I just won't go underneath my eyes. I just learned my lesson with that. I just don't ever do that. And also I applied a finishing concealer, so I don't need to set my concealer in place. But I can immediately see that this is not going to be for super oily skin, because it gives you that beautiful glow. Can you see this? I know that if you have oily skin, you hate that, as I hate the matte finish. So that just feels gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. It doesn't look like I applied a powder all over my face. Now I'm gonna use the Yeti Mask Fit Makeup Fixer on top, just to get a bit of that freshness back to my skin, and so that all the layers can really, you know, merge together. So the only thing I would do, I would use a little bit of powder that I absolutely love, that it's also weightless and seamless. This is from Makeup by Maria, and this is also talc free like the Hourglass palette. And I would just go here where I have the largest pores, right here. And for me, this is like the perfect combo. Like if you really want to set your makeup in place to stay for a long time, you need to set your whole face, but I just cannot do that with other powders. But this one really gives me that beautiful shine. Like it's not even a shine, it's just like the shift when the light hits your face that you can see, even though I really powdered my forehead, which I never do because I already have some fine lines here, and I just want to avoid applying any foundation powder on top of my forehead. But today I did it all, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm excited actually for this one. I know it's not shiny new product, that it's super modern and, you know, it has some new technology to it, that it's super catchy and, you know, it's a very timeless piece. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because it's so pricey. So only if you see using this product every single day, then I would recommend it to you, if you have the budget for it. Otherwise, don't spend your hard-earned money because you get very good products in a drugstore. This is out of the reach of other luxury and drugstore products, that's true, but you know, you don't need these. but it's just gorgeous. That's all I can say about this product. So if you possibly can, then please hype this video. Have a lovely day and see you in my next one. Bye.